The date that this video is posted proves that these predictions are being made ahead of time, as do these time-stamped emails and forensic notes PDF documents. If you are skeptical for some reason, please email me and I will forward these to you. This is part 12 of this video series that is predicting that Trump's victory rally in Washington, D.C. on January 19th at the Capital One Arena will be bombed, J.D. Vance will die, and Trump will die on February 13th. I recommend watching these videos in chronological order, and I will leave the numbers for the videos either in the title or description box. The Washington Capitals hockey team play their games in Capital One Arena. The 44th president was born on the 216th day of the calendar year. 216 equals 6 times 6 times 6. The number 666 is associated with the Antichrist in Bible prophecy. 1/19/2025 will be 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 days, which is 4 to the power of 4. After star Washington Capitals player number 4+4 scored his 400 plus 400th career goal. Okay, this also is 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days, which is at 216. Okay, so again, the day that Washington Capitals hockey player number 4+4 scored his 400 plus 400th career goal was, or is, I should say, is 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days, which is at 216. And the 44th president was born on the 216th day of the calendar year. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. And the name Barack in English gematria equals 216. But this connection of 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days is also 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 days. 4 to the power of 4 days, which is clearly a point to Barack Obama, the 44th president who was born on the 216th day of the calendar year and whose name Barack means or is equal to 216. Now, this game, this prophetic hockey game in which player number 4+4 scored his 400 plus 400th career goal, a major milestone in NHL history, this game was played against Chicago, the home city of the 44th president. On this same day, the FDNY put out a massive fire at the NYPD warehouse in New York City, which hinted at the efforts of the FDNY and the NYPD on 9/11. Also on this day, that player number 4+4 for Washington scored his 400 plus 400th goal. Cyndi Lauper sang True Colors at the presidential signing of the Defense of Marriage Act in Washington on the White House lawn, which indicated that the true colors of the left and the Antichrist are not what they appear to be for those easily deceived because they do not know the God of the Bible. As the Bible says, the beginning of wisdom is fear of God. Wisdom begins with the fear of God. The star player was born on the date 9/17, which is Constitution Day. The unconstitutional president was president from 2009 to 2017, and there will be a constitutional crisis when he returns to power. In the game against Chicago, in which player number 8 scored his 800th career goal, he scored 3 goals, which in hockey is a hat trick. This hinted at 888, which is the Greek gematria equivalent of the name Jesus in Greek, and the English gematria equivalent of the name Donald J. Trump. And again, Donald J. Trump's rally is predicted to be bombed exactly 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 days after player number 4+4 scored his 400 plus 400th career goal on the day of this major prophetic sign involving 9/11 symbolism with the fire, but also the sign in Washington, New York and Washington being the 2 cities hit on 9/11. With this Antichrist event, which was the Defense of Marriage Act on the White House lawn, when Cyndi Lauper sang True Colors. She is one of the singers in the Antichrist We Are the World song, and on in God's Signs, because that's a major sign in God's Signs too that also identifies Barack Obama, but that's another story. And so this is all amazing. Also, by the way, this date was the date it was reported that the GOAT of football coaching, college football coaching, greatest of all time, GOAT Antichrist. The news of his death was reported, and he was known for coaching the Red Raiders. He won 2 national coaching championships, awards, and another one. Anyway, it hinted at 2 and 3, and the 44th president wore basketball jersey number 23, but also he is known for his revolutionary style of offense, the air raid offense. Barack Obama will also become the president through an air raid of Kamala Harris's airplane. And anyway, okay, so that's enough. But that date, this December 13th, 2022 date is what I'm talking about. Very prophetic date. And it connects with the 4+4 player with 400 plus 400 goals with 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 days, all right? But even more than that, it's also 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days. It hints at Barack, as I explained a number of times here. Okay, and it all connects, and it was a sign in Washington, because of the signing in Washington, but also it was the player for Washington, the Washington Nationals, who play in the Capital One Arena, which is predicted to be bombed 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 days later after the 400 plus 400th goal. And it'll be Trump's rally, and Donald J. Trump is 888, and the player, number 8, scored his 800th goal with a hat trick, 3 goals in that game, which sends at 888.